You're listening to Keepin It Trill with Amanda Wilson. Hey you guys, what's up? It's Amanda. It's another episode of Keepin It Trill. I'm really excited. This week I have Hugh and Austin are here with me.
What's going on?
What up?
And also Hugh brought his aunt. She's here off camera, but she's going to talk shit too. So it's going to be a really good time.
Uncle Sue.
Uncle Sue, yeah.
Why do you call her Uncle Sue?
I call her Uncle Sue because one day we were fucking around on Instant Messenger and she said something about her hormone levels. And I guess because she was in menopause and she's like, you know, she started growing a mustache or whatever. And I just said, well, I'm just going to start calling you Uncle Sue.
We were sitting on your couch and we had been working on Sabbath Box for a week and night and day, and I hadn't shaved or done anything. And finally at the end, we're sitting on the couch and the sun's coming in and he looks over and he goes, oh my God, you've got a full staff.
That could be true. I don't know.
Oh my God.
He goes, go shave that thing. So then Uncle Sue was born.
Okay, well, that's the story about Uncle Sue.
Okay, well, if I ever have a full mustache, please tell me in a nicer way than that.
No, I'm going to be straight up
we'll
with
call
you.
you Uncle Amanda.
Fuck, listen, I'm already going through enough. So you guys have been having a lot of shows lately. Have you guys had any weird experiences at comedy shows lately? Because I have a couple stories.
Not really, but I want to hear this story that you've been tell me about. Like, what happened? What's the situation?
Okay, so I hosted last weekend for my first time doing a full weekend. Like, I've hosted open mics before, but this was my first weekend at a comedy club.
And it was at
Snappers.
Congratulations, by the way. That's a big deal.
Thank you.
Yes.
I was really excited. And actually, honestly, the weekend went really good. The comedians were really nice and everything, and I made some connections. But there was a couple weird audience members. Like, for the first time, someone got escorted out of a show from the audience.
What?
Because normally, if there's a heckler, like, even if they're being a whole, like, total shithead, they usually don't get removed. People are just like, shut up, whatever. Yeah, these people left. But so I did Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday, I think, was when both weird shows were. And at the first show, this lady in a leopard print dress, like sausage
that already
casing.
is giving me a lot of information.
Okay, and let me just preface it by saying it was cold last weekend, and she was wearing a mini dress and nothing else. It was like spaghetti
Not
strap.
even a shawl?
Not even
Nothing.
little underpants action?
No, I don't even think there was underpants happening.
Wait, what size woman are we talking about?
It was like a decent, like it was she wasn't a big framed
She
girl,
wasn't a
but
petite.
there was a lot of like wave action going in the
A little
front.
bit of
like,
overage. A little bit of overage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I don't condone Spanx, but she could have benefited from them if she wanted to go that route.
Like a
She
half-baked
wanted to wear
muffin?
that outfit.
Yeah, there was just a lot of like, it was like an open muffin or a biscuit
Yeah.
before you actually unroll it all the way when
Okay.
it's like poking through.
That's
It kind of
good.
looked like that. But it was cold out and that was all she was wearing. So it already says something about the caliber of person when they're like, I don't care if it's 42 degrees, people need to see how sexy I am. Like,
Right.
you know.
Cougarous.
Yes. And
So
she
wait,
wasn't
she's-
that old, really.
We're talking about the person that's been escorted out.
Yeah, there was a group of 3 women that were there, and they were sitting right next to the stage, and they were drunk when the first show started at 7:30.
And they
for
stayed
both
for
shows, so-
several?
No, they only stayed for the first show, but there was incidents at both shows on Saturday.
Amanda, you're
What night was this?
Saturday.
Okay, Saturday.
They showed up wasted at like 7 o'clock.
Fuck,
They were
yeah.
drinking at the bar.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they like just had something to. They thought it was a back and. There's that one audience member that thinks it's an open conversation.
Yeah, like a podcast.
I'm part of this show too.
Right.
Yes, it's like if I want interaction, I'll call on you. Like I'm the fucking teacher, okay? But they just didn't get it, and they kept like talking at inappropriate times, and it like they talked a little bit during my set, and then it just kept progressively getting worse. So during the headliner, they're just talking the whole, and then he had this whole bit about rude people on their phones in public, and during that bit, this bitch takes a phone call.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Are you serious?
She was not listening so hard to what was happening on stage that he was literally in the middle of a bit about people being rude on their phones in public, and she goes, "Oh, someone's calling me. Let me get this."
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
That is insanity.
So he goes off on her. It's Saturday. He's had a long weekend. He's like, he flips
Was this the
on
first show or the second show
This
of the
was
night?
the
Or you said the second?
first show.
Oh, the first. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, this was at the first show. So he goes off. He like yells at him. This guy in the audience goes, "Hey, shut the fuck up, bitch!" And it was like an old man. It was like a 60-year-old man.
Well, yeah, Palm Harbor is, and they're usually the older conservative crowd.
Yeah.
What was she, like, in her 40s?
Not even. I would say she was maybe like a rode hard and put away wet 35.
Okay, so she looks 60.
Yeah,
Okay.
like-
Yeah, I'm getting the visual. The only thing
that dress had
Leopard dress.
Yeah.
done some pulling in its day.
I bet. The only thing I feel like she was missing in the picture that you're painting for me is like a cowboy hat.
No.
Like one of those with the boots.
She wasn't wearing a cap, but like how old are you?
25.
Okay, I don't know if you remember.
All right, what?
Old.
Old,
Yeah, like
old
that old
Auntie
man.
Susie. Yeah.
Well, listen.
She just didn't look at that.
I don't know if you guys remember, but like in the early 2000s, girls who didn't really have curly hair would make fake curly hair with like mousse.
Oh, okay.
Like when we were in high school,
Finger waves?
Beach waves?
they called it
Beach curls?
scrunching. They would just load it with mousse and just do this.
Yeah, it was like, it was just like no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah, but then it would be
was
hard hair. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that was like the go-to hairstyle for every white
And
girl.
she was stuck there?
Yeah, okay, that's how she had her hair that night.
Oh.
So I feel like that was probably, when people hit their prime and then they never evolve out of that?
Right. Like she's probably
I'm
still...
at the top. I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm staying.
Yeah, she's probably still wears baby fat jeans.
Yeah, she peaked when that shit was cool and she was like, I'm just going to keep doing it. I mean, it's been working. Why stop now?
Well, someone must be working because someone was calling her.
So
Maybe
she was
it was a
with
booty
two other
call.
women that I think might have been her like cousins or something. And so she's yelling out. The headliner's like, "Fuck you." The guy in the audience is like, "Fuck you." The whole crowd starts booing her.
As they should.
Yeah.
Yes.
definitely.
And then when that guy was like, "Fuck you," everyone started like hooting. And it was like Arsenio Hall just came out on stage. Like, it was crazy. So then she gets up and she was like, "You think you're funny? That's why you're a piece of shit comedian at this stupid ass place," and all this stuff, and starts cussing. And she's leaving, but cussing the whole way out the door, like, "Fuck you guys," all this stuff, going crazy. And then her friend at the table is like, "Y'all, I'm really sorry, but they're my ride home. I didn't want y'all to have a bad show." Her friend was so embarrassed. I felt so bad for her. Her friend was like, "I am so sorry, you guys, but she's my ride and I can't
Honestly,
pay for Uber."
She deserves it for being friends with that lady, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
honestly.
you're going to
It
get
was-
that stink on you.
Yeah, you knew. I feel like people don't just do that once.
Yeah.
No.
That's her go-to public persona.
Yeah. If
Did she have a sequin purse?
I don't know. I didn't see the purse, but it was really wild.
Okay, we're painting a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the heels. We need the shoes.
Yeah, what kind of
What
shoes?
was on the feet?
Oh,
I feel like flats because if she's drinking that kind of levels of alcohol at night,
Oh, I don't
She-
know. I
she
can
may
see
not
the
be
silhouette
stable
of
enough.
At the end of walking in the parking lot.
or maybe
Yeah.
at a minimum a kitten heel.
yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, if she's in heels, though, she's squeezing like a size 7 into a 4.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that she was kind of doing that baby gazelle walk, though, where it's like... Which I don't understand. What if you can't walk in them, don't wear them. There's so many cute shoes that don't make you walk like that. What are you doing?
I don't know.
What the fuck are you? But anyway,
Maybe there's
so
like certain dudes that want to like fuck a deer. That's what she's trying to attract.
Is that coming from your subconscious?
It elongates the leg.
Yeah.
Basically.
so that was the first show of the night, and then the second.
Oh
show,
yeah. So there's more, and there's more.
The second show honestly went off without a hitch, but I was sitting in the back of the room, and there was this couple beside me that had very chaotic energy. Okay, it was like a Dominican guy and some kind of Spanish woman, and she had.
SKS.
We call that SKS.
What?
Some kind of Spanish.
Oh my god!
I love that. SKS.
I was saying, bro, I said it to my garbage man.
I love that.
Another garbage man. I asked the garbage man to take extra stuff for me. And I told him that I would pay him. So I said, but I'll catch you next time. So the next time I'm on my porch and I'm waiting and the garbage truck comes by and I said, where's the guy that was here last week? He goes, well, what was his name? I said, I don't know. I said, but he was SKS. He goes, well, what's SKS? I said, some kind of Spanish. I said, now I know you're Puerto Rican. I said, but, you would be insulted if I called you from another country.
Yeah.
I said, so I just say SKS. Spanish or because I don't like Hispanic.
She's lying.
Anyway.
She uses the other S word. She just doesn't want to say it. No,
I
I'm just playing. She
don't
does.
like Hispanic. It's like, I don't know. For some reason, I don't like that. But he was a Spanish guy. But I know he wasn't from Spain.
I like that SKS.
Yes, yeah.
And you all have been enlightened on the subtleties of racism.
Listen, I'm here for it.
Of all people, Amanda's like the one.
But when I explained it to the Spanish guy, I said, it
makes sense and it's not
I don't
offensive.
know where you're from.
I'm just messing with
Yeah,
Zeus.
as it turns out, he was from El Salvador. Now, what was I gonna? I might
Some
have
kind of El
guessed
Salvador.
That would have
something
been 37th on the list of countries that you were going to go through.
I couldn't even point to El Salvador on
And
the
that's
map.
the reason I use SKS, because it's, I don't want to go through the whole thing of calling someone from Guatemala a Colombian. It's just...
That's okay, because I think it was when JJ was on here, he was trying to talk about a comedian and he described him as like a Middle Eastern dude, and we literally named off every brown person we knew and none of them were him, and we're like, okay, we need to just stop. Like,
Yeah.
we're
Right.
just digging it deeper. Like,
Yeah.
It's like the gender neutral term
Yeah.
for Hispanic people.
I don't
It's a
mean it to
the
be-
non-binary option.
In fact, it was an effort to not be offensive.
Sue's a social justice warrior.
Yeah,
SKS.
she is so woke.
I'm not woke.
She's woke all the way up.
Woketh.
So this was a SKS
Oh, yeah,
couple.
back to this.
Yeah, this was some kind of SKS couple. And the guy had like the most intense waves. Okay, like he was working at that.
Like Pacific Ocean level.
Yes, perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, like a surfer's
Adventure
dream.
Island wave pool.
Yes.
Okay.
And he had on these really expensive tennis shoes, and she was like, had these huge tits. Her waist was this big, and her ass was like it was like took up 2 seats. I'm not
I
kidding.
assumed that when you said the dude had sick waves.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
like they were every like New York underground music video's dream of like casting. I was into it. She was wearing high heel Timberland boots.
What?
Oh, so she's about 10 years late with those.
But she looked like she was in her 20s, so I don't know if they're coming back. I don't know what's happening.
Hey, she might have saw him at like Plato's Closet or
Maybe,
something.
but they were like a spiked
Bring
heel.
it back.
Balling on a budget.
Yeah, she was wearing like a thick, like the stripes were thick and it was like a full length dress, but it was so tight you could see everything. And then those high heel Timberland boots. So she,
Who was the headliner that they were coming out to see?
not their cup of tea, I don't think,
Okay.
because the guy was like, I mean, he's funny, but like he didn't do any kind of like young people's
Yeah,
joke,
so he
you know
just
what I mean?
wasn't that demographic of
Yeah,
choice.
you wouldn't. I think they just like randomly came out to a comedy show. But okay, so
Maybe they
this
thought
was-
Snappers was a strip club or something. They're like, ah, fuck it, we'll just go with it.
Well, there was a triple date. There was 3 young couples there, and 2 of them were sitting up front, and then they were sitting like far away from, because they have the long tables there at Snappers, and they were sitting kind of far away from their friends, but they kept ordering shots.
Oh, Lord.
Nice.
They took so many shots, but then also in between shots, this is the drink that these people were ordering.
Was it Whispering Angel?
No,
No.
it's even
They're
crazier.
not that dignified.
The guy was drinking Patron and orange juice, but he wasn't ordering them as a drink. He was ordering them in separate shot glasses every time and mixing his own drink at the table.
Oh,
And he did this for an hour and a half.
so he was a mixologist.
But he was so fucking loud about, like, he was like doing the most back there. Every single drink.
Did he bring his own shaker with him too?
No.
Yeah, no, he didn't have his own ice shaving
No,
machine.
and she was drinking something else like that was 2 drinks that they were mixing together constantly. But then the group orders some
And
kind
this
of...
is in Palm Harbor?
Yeah, maybe they don't trust him. Maybe they thought like they were gonna get roofied. They're like, I'll
Maybe.
mix my own drink.
Or
thank
maybe
you.
if they were worried about it being a light pour.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly. But it gets worse because
Oh, no.
they order a group shot, all of them, and I think they were like, first of all, they called the waitress over and was like, what kind of shots do you have here? That's not really something you say at a restaurant or a comedy. I mean, like...
So that's what you say anywhere. What kind of shots do you have? Well, let's see. We have a full bar.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
But like they were having a full-on conversation during the show, like trying to decide, like, okay, so what's in that? What's it? Like they were just going too much. So they finally decide on something, and it has dark liquor in it. I don't know what it was, but they bring a dark liquor shot over, and the guy, I see him in the back with the waves. He takes like half of it and puts it down on the table. 5 minutes goes by. He still has his Patron and orange juice, and then he pours that in there.
Oh, no.
Shit.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Ooh.
So basically like a mind eraser kind of situation.
They were trying to get fucked up. Like, and I think they might have rode a motorcycle there that night.
No.
Because he said, are there any bikers? And they got really excited. And I don't think that they were Harley riders. They looked like crotch rocketers.
Are Dominican people into that?
Oh, yeah. Haven't you
into,
heard
like,
of the
Harley
Eagle
da-
on the weekend?
Are you-
It's
wait.
like all Spanish bikers.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not Harley though.
No, like crotch
Suzuki.
rocket.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Like,
yeah, so that's more of like a younger generation.
Yeah, something you're
thing.
gonna like do a wheelie on.
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
something
I
you're
can
going to
see
die
that.
on the Courtney Campbell on. Like,
Pretty much, you're
Yeah.
scraping your brain off the side of the road. Okay.
Yeah, they had that energy real heavy off of them. So those were our Saturday shows at Palm Harbor. So.
I mean, what a way to kick off an opening weekend for hosting.
It was so. I was just watching them just mix everything under the planet. Who does that?
Can only go up from here is the good news.
Yes.
I mean, I would say the only thing that I've saw that was kind of remotely close to that is I was at open mic. You may have been there, Austin. It was at the Improv on a Thursday night, and Rafiq Shaheen was there.
Oh, I was there.
And ironically,
and
Uncle
Sue.
Sue was there too.
Shit.
And so Rafiq Shaheen was up on stage, and there was this, next to the Improv stage, there's like a little table in the front there.
Yeah.
There was a group of people in the front, and they were being ridiculously obnoxious, like really loud.
The women
and
were.
yeah, and the girls were screaming, and they were heckling, and like he got really pissed, like to the point where he like instead of just playing with him, he got like offended.
Mad, yeah.
And I don't know, there was an exchange of words, and there was
He
like
got nasty. And
yeah, he
instead
got
of,
kind of-
trying to joke it off or like play it over, try to, he just got nasty and just told her, "Why don't you shut up?"
yeah, I don't know if he said shut the fuck up or something.
Yeah,
so then
something.
she threw her drink at him
Oh,
on stage.
shit. No, I wasn't here for
yeah.
this.
Yeah, so so that's
Oh,
like
man.
probably the most bizarre thing I've witnessed at a comedy show or mic or whatever. But I don't know. What about you,
Were
Austin?
you guys were you at the Improv when the dude with with one leg? with
Yes,
hair?
I was
That
telling
the
Sue about
craziest,
that.
Dude, that was the craziest.
Was he a comic?
Yeah, he for like a week.
Well, I mean, he was there to do comedy.
Yeah,
or
he
he
was,
was an audience?
he was at the Ivy and Rooster the night before. Or
I
the-
heard
the
about it.
same
I
week.
heard he was
And
a little racist.
Yeah, he was a little bit racist.
Just
Against
a little.
who?
Yeah.
Against who?
Well, he was like a fucking wounded warrior veteran or something.
Oh, so he did not like-
he was in
Yeah.
Nam or
it was like
one
Lieutenant
of those.
Dan.
He
like,
would
was
have
doing
loved our
comedy.
list of
Yeah.
all the Indian people. We're like, is there this? Is it this? They're
Yeah.
all the same. Like,
No, but at the Improv, he goes up and like obviously there's a stairs, so he can't get up. So instead of doing that, he grabs the side of the stage, pulls himself up, and then Sophia Sanchez brings him his leg.
She was following. She was following the man with his prosthesis.
I fucking love her so much.
And I swear to God, he looked like a fucking Muppet sitting on the edge of the stage, and he didn't even stand up. And then what
So
was
wait,
crazy?
does he have
On
one
top of
leg?
Everything else, he's a prop comic.
It's a necessity.
Wait, does he have a leg? Or they're both prosthetic?
Yeah, he's got one.
He's got
Okay,
one.
He's got one. The other one's
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it one of the cool, because sometimes...
no, it's like a plunger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is whatever the government gave him for free. He wasn't. Yeah. This wasn't
Yeah.
from like MIT.
He wasn't like a Medal of Honor war veteran.
Okay.
Yeah. If anything,
He was like a dishonorably discharged.
Wow. Oh
yeah.
my God.
I mean, he is at the Improv on a Thursday, so we're all pretty much dishonorable at this point, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
Am I
was
screaming into this
No, I
microphone?
fucking
the
love it.
wisp. Just for those listening,
It's hitting.
we have revisited the Whispering
Okay,
Angel.
well, wait, when you...
I told her that when she came to my house that I would stock up on it, and I'm coming to her house, so I had.
And now I have to go to Pennsylvania, pretty much.
Basically.
I have to.
You can get to the Comedy Cellar from my house in just a little bit over an hour, and
On a train?
Huh?
On a train?
On a train.
I was telling Amanda the whole shebang.
Because I want to go to New York this year. That's like one of my...
And Philly, there's a million.
Yeah, there's a big comedy scene in
Because
Philly,
the last
too.
time I went to New York City, I wasn't doing comedy yet, so I haven't been back, and I really want to go to some open mics and just,
I heard it's
question
pretty
everything in
cutthroat,
life.
though. You get like 2-3 minutes. They don't
Yeah.
give you a whole lot of time.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I need to go and have someone be hard on me, I feel like. I feel like everyone here is
What
so
do you
nice.
like? You want like a BDSM kind of situation?
Kinda,
Like someone to like put you
Whip
into
you into
submission
court.
on
Put me
stage?
into my place.
Instead of using a light, you need like a little pounding.
yeah.
Yeah, or call Ash up and put that shot collar on.
yeah.
Well, wait a second. That just reminded me because comedy's been going really well for me because I also had a show outside in the rain last week.
Oh, I heard about that. I saw
Right,
that.
right,
That
right.
sounded like a tragic situation.
Yeah. So I pull up. The show is supposed to be at 7, or no, the show starts at 8. I'm sorry, but the open mic started at 7. So they have open mic portion.
This was the
then
Good
show.
Liquid showcase.
Yes.
Okay.
I get there at like 7:25, so 35 minutes early. I'm ready to rock and roll. And I pull in, and all the white lights are going off, like the fire alarm is going off. I'm like, what the fuck? So I pull in, I park. There's people outside of every single business. The lights are flashing. The noise is going off. It's like, So they were like, we don't have that many people for open mic, so we've been waiting to start it until hopefully they turn these off. It gets to be like 7:45, 7:50, and they just start the mic, and this shit is still
And
going
it's still going?
Yeah. So people fucking do comedy while and like, I don't know who the first person that went up, wait, I forget who went up first. But they just like trucked through it. They did their whole fucking set. And there's
Was
a
it James Maphis?
No, he was on the showcase
John
part.
Silman? Oh, you're about the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mitch Maley.
No, he was second, I think. I think it went off like right when he was going to go on. So there was only 3 people going on the open mic, and then there was 4 people on the showcase part.
Mercury's in retrograde, so apparently so is comedy, right?
Yeah, so they brought all the sound equipment outside. They start doing it out there, and right after like the second person's on the open mic, it just starts pouring rain.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This sounds like a nightmarish
So then
situation.
it stops for a little bit. We keep, like, I go on first of the showcase part, and it was clear while I was up there. But the whole time there's firefighters walking around. They have their axes out. I don't know why. Because it was a false alarm. Obviously, like, nothing was on fire
What
at
the
this
fuck
point.
are they going to do with an axe anyways?
I don't know, but
I always thought that was weird. Like, oh, there's a fire, get the axe. Like,
I mean, there's got to be a reason for it. Like, what is the purpose?
There is a reason
maybe
for it.
like to break down a door or something.
I
They
guess.
don't want to break down a door because that's what you do. Well, first off, you'll break anything. They're in there to get the fire out and save lives. So they're not going to touch a door handle, first off. You know, it's just not going to happen. And then there's a thing where you don't, you know, they know how the fire's situated. You don't want to open a door and feed the fire. I don't know the particulars, but I know that it has
the
something
fucked
to
up
do
part
with
about
that.
the axes was the whole plot. It was a shopping center, so everything was like glass front. It wasn't even like a wood door. It was like they were going to smash the
Yeah,
glass.
they were still men, and you think about it, you know.
Were they
men,
hot?
You know how men
No,
are obsessed with their...
Listen, honestly,
They want to bring their toys out.
Yeah.
firefighters are known for being like hot, sexy time. This was the most ragtag bunch of firefighters
Well,
I've
girl,
ever.
you were in Bradenton.
One of them was,
and
like,
I'm
4'7".
familiar with that area.
Yeah, it was really like these people were never going to make it on the calendar.
No.
Ever. Like,
No.
But it was coming from an antique store apparently. But I mean, it had been going off for 45 minutes. So if something was on fire, we would have all been dead by now. So it was just like, what the fuck?
I think I would have rather have died than to have to compete with the fire alarm.
Yeah. Somebody fucking did an open mic set during a fire alarm going off.
I think those will be the good, like, war stories that you'll sit around and yearn for 10, 20 years from now.
Yeah, I did my first feature set this week in Tarpon Springs. This place called Tarpon Turtle.
Okay, I've never been. Well, I've actually been there one time, but from the boat, I've never like.
Is that like a bar or a kava bar?
Yeah, it's like a bar restaurant.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's right on
It's
Lake Tarpon.
Springs. Yeah, it's on the water and like
Featuring.
Yeah,
nice.
I got that feature gig.
Congratulations.
How much time was it?
15.
Awesome.
Just 15. So yeah, it was cool. When I got there though, the setup was kind of funny. Like they had like these like fog machines and like this whole DJ booth just next to the stage. And it's outside. It's freezing ass cold. So I'm like up there with.
Wait,
like,
fog machines outside?
yeah.
Were they
it's, like,
on?
fog
For
machines.
what?
Yeah, they would turn it on.
Was this a
before
themed
anyone-
event?
I don't
Is
know.
this a thriller video?
Dude,
Yeah.
so it was kind of interesting. The way it started out was the DJ like stood up on the dock and was like twirling this poi, but it was like this light up and it was these turtles.
There was poi.
Dude, yeah, and it's the audience is just all.
Wait, what is poi?
Okay, hold on.
Wait, what is poi?
Poi is like so there's like fire poi, which is like circles and you light them on fire and like spin
Okay.
them.
It's like the fire dancers, but they have like balls that light up. It's like glow stick dancing from the 90s, like at raves, you know, they would like
so
do
it's like
glow
a baton, but the ends are lit on fire.
But poi is like if you were to put the glow sticks on like on a rope and spin them around.
Yep.
But then they
Oh.
use different like
How do you guys
objects.
both know this?
Because we're white men.
yeah. They're
I dabbled a little in college.
Okay, alright.
yeah. If you've ever been to a music festival, you've definitely seen it.
If you've ever partaken in a little Molly, on
you've
top of
definitely
it,
seen it. You've
it
definitely
enhances
seen it.
the experience.
Okay, that's my problem. Like, I
He's
don't know.
spinning these things. I'm like, what the hell? And it's just lights at first, and I'm like, this is weird. And then they turn into like turtles, literally like Tarpon Turtle, and I'm like, what the fuck? Is
Oh,
going
it
on
had
right
like
now?
the letters that would pop up.
No, it was like a shape of a turtle. We're at the
Oh,
Tarpon Turtle, and he's like spinning it.
That's good branding.
I don't think so. I absolutely disagree.
Was it cool or was it weird?
I don't think.
It was.
It sounds like both.
Yeah, it was both. It was a mix of emotions.
You're like, why is this happening?
Yeah, I was like, why is this happening? But also like kind
It
of
would be cool in another circumstance.
The reason it was kind of weird is because the audience is all like probably the youngest person, maybe like 55.
No.
All white people and all definitely like Tarpon Springs, right? Like conservative, hardcore conservative people. You can just tell by looking at them.
So your crowd.
So yeah, so my crowd exactly.
Yeah.
So I get up there, I get on the stage, and I'm trying to do the mic. The host has like a headset on. He's walking around and stuff. And I get on the mic and I'm trying to talk and it's not working. And he goes, "Here, use this," and gives me the headset.
No. So you're up there like Madonna?
Yeah, I'm up
with
there
the
with the headset, like, what the fuck do I do with my hands? What's going on right now? I get through my 15 minutes. I got some good laughs.
Was it hard though?
Oh, I hated it. I would never use a headset again. Like, I would have like.
Wait, so it was a headset mic?
Like the shit that they use at McDonald's to take your order?
Yeah.
This is Austin. How may I help you?
Yeah, literally, I'm like sitting here and I'm like, what the fuck do I
Did
do?
you, like, you had to have made fun of the situation,
Oh,
right?
yeah. I was making fun of the situation.
I would have just, that would have been like half of my bit.
There's this other guy, when the host was up, this old dude, name was Jimmy, of course, because
Why not?
We're in Tarpon Springs.
Yeah.
This old dude, like, balding, but has, like, the white hair, like, here, camo jacket, just heckling him the whole time. And I talked shit to that guy for, like, 5 or 6 minutes, did the rest of my set, got some good laughs. The middle act gets up, and he's supposed to do, like, 30 minutes, starts just eating shit, because he just starts talking about how like his left like political views, like who you guys gonna vote for. Starts talking about religion, bashing Christianity and stuff.
I can get behind the bashing Christianity part, but
know your audience. You know what I mean?
right,
Yeah.
like not in Palm Harbor.
If you have those bits, good. But no. So he's supposed to do 30. He's eating shit. The host yanks him off in like 7 minutes.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, it happens.
Oh, he was supposed to do 30 minutes?
Yeah, and then so the host goes up and is just doing time, and he's keeping the crowd back in it. Half the crowd left. When
Sounds like they needed a fire alarm situation at this
Yeah,
place.
Somebody pull the fire alarm.
The craziest thing is the headliner, I guess, canceled like the night before, and so the host was like scrambling trying to get a good headliner, and Nathan Wallace from Fort Myers drove up to do this show.
He's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, I did a show with him.
He was hilarious. He gets there when the host is up, and like we don't know if he's gonna show up or what's going on. And he gets up, he's like, "Holy shit, Nathan Wallace is here to save the day. Come on up here." And you can tell he like just drove in, like probably drove straight from Fort Myers, and like
All out of
literally-
breath trying to get up on that stage.
Oh, it was. He that's one of the things he said.
He always jokes about
He's
that.
like, "Where the hell's the ramp?" He's like, "This is crazy," because the stage was like probably this tall. Like, I
Did
had
he
to,
do
like,
the
step
Tony
up.
Hawk bit where he gets on stage and like acts like it's a skateboard and it starts moving? Oh my god, he did that down at Dan Gerlach's Comedy Cave thing, and it was just fucking hysterical. He's probably one of like my favorites in
He
this
was
area.
hilarious. But yeah, he was hilarious. He crushed, and then I was out of there by like 9:30. It was good though. It was a feature set to remember.
Yeah.
The turtles to remember.
Yeah, the
So-
turtles.
Amanda had a whole situation. You had a whole situation. Actually, Amanda had three.
Yeah, man, it's
Three.
A lot has been
She's like,
happening.
I'm gonna win this.
Listen,
this
a lot
thing.
of stuff has been happening.
So I guess let's see what's gonna happen next week for me. I mean, who knows?
Well,
Yeah.
wasn't there a lady with a monkey that you had an issue with?
A monkey?
Didn't someone bring a monkey to an open mic?
No. Someone. Oh no, that was at Devine and Matt Fernandez. There was a woman that brought a dog. It was a tiny little Pomeranian, and told the woman, "You need to shut the fuck up or get that monkey and get the fuck out of here." That's what he said. Yeah.
I only saw it from Facebook and someone referenced a monkey, but I wasn't there, so I didn't know it was a joke.
No, that would have been awesome though.
You
I
see,
would have.
I wasn't there last week. Did you guys see it? Devine Kelly almost won that old dude.
Well, I saw the whole situation, but apparently this guy was just being
What is
ridiculous.
going on right now?
It's Palm Harbor. That's the problem. All this shit's happening in
As
Palm
we're
Harbor.
sitting in Palm Harbor.
Right? Drinking
People are
Whispering
just gonna
Angel
come
out
through
of a
the
solo
windows
cup.
and like fight us right now. Like,
I know, right? All these people are gonna come after you, Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the SKS thing, I'm going to go out and there's going to be...
listen.
Oh no, they'll be all for the SKS.
Well, I hope...
Because Austin speaks for the Spanish community.
He has a Spanish vote.
Well, I'm not sweating either.
No,
Not at
you can't
60.
sweat a little SKS. It's nothing.
I think we're fine.
Yeah.
Have you? We wanted to talk about trashy TV because
I'm all
we
for
all
it.
love trashy
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
What have you been watching?
Love is Blind, obviously.
Okay, I haven't seen that. Are the people really blind? What the fuck's going
No.
on?
It's on Netflix. It's like a reality show. It's 10. I'm almost done with it. It's 10 episodes, but basically it starts off like the first X amount of weeks, all these like strangers are in these things called pods, and they're like in this house, and you go into the pod, and the other person goes into a pod, and you have dates, but you can't see them. You can only talk and stuff like that. You gotta.
So how do you go on dates if you can't see them? Are you blindfolded?
You're just talking.
Oh,
You're just talking. You're talking with them through the pods. There's like
Yeah, it's a
couches.
Bird Box situation where they're putting a blindfold on you and you got to make
It's
out
like a
with
little
them.
separate like mini like hotel room kind of
Okay.
that you walk into. There's a couch, there's a mini bar, all that stuff, and the other person's in theirs, and you can hear through the walls, but you can't like see each other.
Okay.
The only way you can see the person is if you propose to them.
Fuck that shit.
So then when you propose, you still don't even see them. If they say yes, then the next day you guys get to actually see each other. They do this like big reveal, and basically the whole concept of the show is like, is love really blind? Like, will you be able to stay married? And these people are just like so horrible.
If I was
Are
the
they
casting
ugly?
director for that show, it would be very
are they
interesting.
ugly?
No, honestly, most of them. Most of the dudes are kind of ugly. Most of the girls are pretty attractive. There's this one dude.
So is it usually the men that are propose? Like, it
Yeah.
does either or can propose,
I guess they could. All the men.
but it's usually the men that have to do it.
Yeah, the men. Were, I don't think any of the females propose.
Okay.
I see. Or not
Now,
that I
So
remember.
what's that like? I mean, has there been any where the woman just flat out says, "Oh hell no"?
Oh well, so there's several of them in the house.
Spoiler alert.
A few of them propose, and then after they propose, they all go to a fucking vacation in Mexico, and they don't. The show doesn't tell them, but they put them all at the same resort. So then, like, you might have been talking to one person on a date and like thought you were gonna marry them, and then someone else like proposed to you. So then you see what that person looks like too.
Oh, so you might have buyer's remorse?
Yeah, you might be like,
Oh, yeah.
shit, there's a little bit of that.
Yeah,
that
is there a
goes
30-day
on.
return policy on this bitch?
And then they gotta go like meet their parents and stuff. There's this one white dude who like who ends up like proposing to this black girl, and like her dad's like, "You ever been in a room full of black people before?" And he's just like,
Oh my god.
It's so funny. It is so funny. It's,
That actually sounds like something I could get into.
yeah, get into it. Love is Blind on Netflix. Actually,
I might even just apply to be on it at this
I'm
point.
sure they're gonna do
because the
season
way
2.
I've been feeling about my looks lately, that's the only way I'm gonna get someone to propose to me.
they're all in Atlanta, like is where which is crazy. They didn't know each other. I guess Atlanta's big enough. I feel like in Tampa, you would somehow know someone who knows this person or something.
Well, we watched a season of Married at First Sight. Have you heard of that show?
I've seen
You have talked about this.
Yeah, it was on TLC, and they were all in Miami, but none of them knew each other, supposedly. But
There's got to be like stuff behind it that people
Someone
don't
knows
know.
someone that knows someone. or
Yeah, I
something,
mean,
yeah.
I can't imagine.
well, one of the husbands on there, he like wouldn't sleep with the wife, and he was like, "I'm just not attracted to you." Like,
I mean,
how do you come back from that?
I mean, what are you supposed to do if you propose to him? Like, when you propose, are they expecting a ring, or do you just?
Yeah, there's a ring. I don't know. My guess is either the show provides the ring, maybe, or something. But like, yeah, you propose. You like propose, and then the next day there's like this hallway, and because the girls and guys are separated in two separate buildings, and the pods are like in here. And so there's this hallway, and the doors like open. You see each other for the first time, and then
Okay.
you get to talk and stuff. And then after that, after like everyone either
And then the
proposes or
drama
doesn't.
comes after that.
Yeah,
But in
exactly.
reference to the show you were talking about, Amanda, like, is it the same thing?
Well, these people sign up for a service, and matchmakers pick couples, and then they meet each other at the altar and get married.
That seems like jumping the gun
Holy
way
shit.
too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have and then they follow them for like the next 90 days, and then they decide if they want to get married or get divorced, and it's like actual legal marriages, so they have to actually get divorced from
I mean,
these
how
people.
does that work with like your assets and stuff? Because if you marry, like, is there prenups?
There
Like,
has
how
to
does
be.
that
There
work?
has to
Well,
be.
that was one of the problems. Like, one of the ladies had a whole bunch of student loan debt that she had to like tell the guy about eventually, and then another guy lived on a bus. He
Oh
had
my
like
God.
he had a converted tour bus, and that's what he lived out of, like an RV.
Really?
Yeah, but the lady was like super like, she had like Gucci shoes and shit. She's like, I'm not living in a bus. Like,
Yeah, but you signed up for this.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what you're getting into, and then she has the audacity to talk about she doesn't want to be with some,
Yeah.
piece of shit that lives in a bus.
well, so yeah, we watched that show. There was only one season of that on Hulu though, but we've been following up on 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, that's the one you like, because
Yeah.
you and Sue both love 90 Day.
Michael and Angela.
Oh, I haven't seen that season. Because they only have certain seasons on Hulu because I don't have cable.
I watch it on. I don't watch it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I only watch it on YouTube.
Okay, because the last season that I saw, like, first of all, the number one couple that I fucking hate is Daniel and Muhammad.
Oh.
Just say it. Wait, hold on. They can't see what she just
Because
did.
I can't
Amanda.
do this. It is
Okay.
so foul.
Amanda.
I can't say it.
Aunt Sue
Say
just
it.
said, "Stinky pussy," Danielle.
Yeah.
No, he said that.
He
on
called her
national
out.
television
Yeah, on the
about
after
this
show.
Woman.
On the reunion.
It's so foul. I just.
Okay, but
That is a savage fucking roast. You can't come back from
okay, but listen. In his defense, she does look like she has a
she
stinky
looks
pussy.
like the whole entire.
She-
body smells.
Have you ever seen that show? Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to
She's
start
got
watching
the
it.
wonky eyes. She looks insane. She looks perpetually sweaty.
Yes.
Just, in the
Just
winter,
constantly
she's
moist.
just-
She's developmentally disabled
Oh,
as
is
like
she?
she's like I think so, but she's been turned loose on her own. Like there's something wrong with her.
They just gave up. They're
I
like,
thought
there's
she
no
was
helping
just
this lady.
Garden variety trash. I didn't know that there was. I don't think there's anything actually
Listen.
medically wrong or.
I diagnosed these people,
Oh.
and I knew that Lauren had Tourette's before she came out with it. Yes, I told my daughter. I said that girl has Tourette's, and then on the thing they were like, "Yeah, so I have Tourette's." I was like, "I fucking called it."
That's because you're borderline autistic
Yeah,
too.
I know.
We took the test.
I wouldn't be surprised if Danielle was.
Yes, but I just think that she's never gotten the help that she needs, which doesn't excuse her because she still doesn't take baths. But she is a hot mess, and 4 different men have gotten her pregnant. How does she have 4 kids?
What do I have to say, Mama June, to you?
Yeah, someone fucked
Shout
her
out
too.
to Honey Boo Boo. Yeah.
Sugar Bear.
I had to stop watching that show 2 episodes in when she had the festering
forklift foot?
Yes.
Oh,
Did you
so
watch
gross.
that?
I didn't see
We know about the forklift foot.
Forklift
One
foot
woman
turned me-
came with the rust remover and said, "Here, Mama, for your neck."
Oh my God.
She lifted up the big fat folds in her neck, and there was just dirt all in the crease of her neck.
There was many a crevice. Okay, everybody's ready to be sick to death.
Okay, in related news, I saw Mama June on, have you ever seen the show Botched?
Oh, when
With
she
the
got
bad
the surgery?
plastic surgery, they wouldn't do the surgery on her until she cleared up her belly fungus because she had.
Oh,
She
God.
was listen. She was wearing towels in the folds of her stomach to absorb moisture.
So this bitch needed a bucket of damp rid in her
She
belly
had
button to.
Okay, you know how football players have the hand towels sticking out of the back?
You had to
She-
wipe your hands
No.
on.
She had those in the folds to absorb moisture, and the
That's just.
sad. I mean, that's
No,
sad,
it is
but
sad.
why
No,
would
it's sad,
she-
but why would you
why
let
would
everyone
she-
know that?
Yeah, why would she
Yeah.
put herself on national television?
that's what I mean. You're letting us know, so I feel like it's okay to talk about.
Everybody,
Oh,
does, you
oh,
can't
yeah,
see this
Yeah,
right now,
I'm not
but
talking about a private citizen going through this. She went on TV and
That's
was like,
like, yeah, but that's what my point. Like with that other thing, with the cute girls and the ugly guys. She's got Gucci shoes. Why does she need to be on this show? She's not hurting for money. I think everybody thinks they're gonna get famous from it or something.
I feel like Austin just got a little bit aroused when we talked about the belly fungus.
I think Austin will never be aroused again.
I probably won't. I'm gonna be celibate after
Hey,
this.
Mary. Hint,
Wait, I'm
hint.
gonna just show you this.
Oh my God.
God, dude. Uncle Sue, give me a break.
I cannot believe that she did that. Rust remover. I'm like, what?
that can't be good for your skin.
It can't be good.
What, rust remover or
Yeah.
dirt?
It can't be
Dirt
good
cakes into your neck.
psychologically.
Listen, you know a shower would have taken that out.
But wait, have you ever smelled CLR or anything? Like, that shit is potent.
She needed a little bit more than CLR.
Straight up too, like if she's not in a house with like a big enough shower, like that's probably
Okay,
an
My
honest issue.
600-Pound Life, have you seen that
No,
shit?
bitch, but I
I've seen
did
it.
see 1,000-Pound Sisters, which I think is pretty much all of the 600-pound people put into 2 women on one show.
They're 1,000 pounds.
It's
Together.
called the
The two of them
1,000-Pound
together.
Sisters. Yeah, and they both, between the 2 of them, they weigh like a half a fucking ton. And
I've
now-
only seen clips of it on, like, Facebook and shit that people have shared because I haven't seen the show, but...
the fat has begun to get stored in their forehead. Like, they're that big.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I just
Here's
saw the clip where the one was like, well, you're no catch either. They were, like, shit-talking each other.
But here, to
she
add...
was like, that's why you're single or whatever.
to add to what we just said, one of them has been married. So someone, and he definitely has some sort of like brain trauma or something because he's not all there. There's like an issue going on. But the fact that someone's even fucking her is what I'm curious. Like, is it a fetish? Do you think it's a fetish, or is it?
How do you find it? Like,
well,
The whole.
you just gotta feel for the heat.
First of all, I wouldn't know how to find it without this.
Flour rolling around.
Find the wet spot. Yeah.
Oh shit!
But here's the part that got me the most. When I was watching it, she was in the kitchen and she was making lunch, and she goes,
What was lunch?
I'm gonna tell you. She asked, who would like a peanut butter and salad dressing sandwich?
That just
like,
made the thing come up in my throat.
Alls I know, it was white and it was gelatinous. It
Ranch.
was,
It had to be ranch. What if it was Caesar?
honey, I can tell you, it was not a balsamic vinaigrette. It was not.
Oh my god,
Are they
PB and
smoking
ranch.
weed?
Weed
they
doesn't
need
make you
it?
do that.
Do they need it?
Weed does not make you do that.
I don't know. They've made some poor life choices, and we're sitting here talking shit about people. But anyways, it's...
No, weed is the only thing that should ever make you do that. There's no excuse for it otherwise.
How do you
Even after you sober up from the weed, then it will be like, oh,
the idea of how would the combination of those two things ever cross your mind? Let me just throw a little ranch on my peanut butter sandwich. That's when you know you've reached a whole nother level, right?
First off, like a peanut butter sandwich just by itself, like that's gonna make you like it's gonna be like too thick.
Yeah,
it's
it's
gonna be
like-
too hard. And you throw some ranch in there, it's gonna be like the zest.
Oh, but she said it. What was the word she used? She goes, "This is a hidden gem of a treat or something." And I'm just like, no, bitch.
I don't need any more
That's
secrets from
propaganda.
her.
You need to shut your mouth.
Ranch is for. I feel like ranch is just for wings and like maybe salad, I guess.
I mean, maybe you could use salad dressing on
I
salad
feel like
if
the
you had
salad
to.
is the delivery mechanism for the ranch, right?
Well,
Okay, back to 600-pound life.
okay, I was gonna say
That's
because
the one with the doctor that talks like he's from Poland or
yeah,
whatever.
he hates everybody. But
You should have lost 30 pounds by now.
Most of the people on there are married, is what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I watched one the other day because listen, I have to blame my oldest daughter. She's obsessed with trash TV, and I only let her watch like the ones that are on TLC and A&E. So we watch.
As if that even matters at
I
this
know.
the
point.
worst one.
Listen, I
Yeah.
won't let her watch the Kardashians, but I'm like, okay, let's watch this morbid obesity. Like,
They're
let's go.
almost Kim Kardashian almost has a 600-pound ass on her
Oh
and
my
herself.
God.
Yeah,
So she,
My 600-pound ass.
yeah.
Yeah, so we were watching My 600-Pound Life, and this guy, the husband, was a chubby chaser, and he was pissed that the wife was losing weight, that she got the surgery, and he was like, you didn't consult me, all this stuff. He picked her up from the hospital from her surgery and went to the drive-thru, and he was like, don't smell this, and he was eating like double cheeseburgers and shit in front of her in the car.
Feed her.
Yeah.
That just came to my mind. You ever seen The Human Centipede? Oh, well, no.
No,
Somebody's going to get that reference.
Someone explained the premise to me, and I never watched it. But
Okay.
I know what it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what it is as far as what? Just like the idea of what the point of the movie was?
Isn't it like he like sews their mouth to their ass and it's like 100 people?
Yeah, that's-
the first
that's
one he
all I know
takes
about
3
it.
people and he takes the middle person has their mouth sewn to the person in front of them on their ass, and then behind them the same thing. So I'm just curious, if we were in a human centipede and you had to choose, which would you take? Would you like to be the first person with the person behind you? Would you want to be? I definitely would not want to be the middle person.
I don't want to be the first.
You'd want to be the
I don't want
first?
to be the first person for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the first, you only have someone on your ass, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, I'm going to do that.
But at
That's
the
their problem.
So wait, but here's the thing: the person in the middle, because they're getting fed.
Yeah,
They're
shit.
like in the movie, they show like all these gross like pustule sores and like it's disgusting. This
God,
really
this
is
is
not
like
meant. This is not meant to be described in the general public.
He's talking about it, then just telling you lightly. When the first time he showed it to me, I was almost in the fetal position on the floor.
Well,
You made her watch it?
I made her. Well, what I did is I said,
Is
"There's
it a feature-length film?
Yes.
Okay.
And I said, I'm just going to show you this one part, which is like the main part where they show them all sewn together and the guy, he's like, feed her and he makes her eat the food. And my aunt's like, we kind of have a thing like who can gross each other out a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you just got to watch this one part. She had no idea what was coming. And like literally, she was almost in the fetal position on the floor watching this.
That is so upsetting.
Someone thought this up, and I bet you any amount of money it's from Germany.
The Germans are into some kink.
Yeah.
And it was.
And
It was?
the director was German, and the scientist in the movie, I believe, was also German. So
There
write
is
that
like
down.
a feeder
I always thought
fetish.
it was like pretzels, but
Well,
Well, that's just the beginning.
yeah. Anyways, but when you said that, I'm just thinking, but like the whole idea that people are marrying them, and I think it is like like part of it is a fetish, right?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, chubby chaser is a thing.
Or are we just that shallow that we don't think someone could love someone aside from their looks?
No,
Is that
well,
what we're aiming here?
The fact that he got mad that she was gonna lose the weight, I think, proves that it was a fetish. Like he
well,
only
that could just be that circumstance, though, right? Like, would Mary
We'll have to look it up.
would Mary be mad if you lost your weight, Austin?
No, because I think when we started dating, I didn't have it.
That was supposed to be a roast, but Austin's just
He
like
was
being
honestly,
cerebral
yeah,
about
he's
it.
like, honestly, no, it's fine.
But I do see you're growing back the porn stash.
Yeah, it's coming back. It's coming back. I shaved it off for a little bit, and I'm gonna.
Do people think you're a police?
Yeah, they did. I had a joke about that too, and I couldn't use it anymore. I didn't have my stash. That it was like I look like a cop who can't pass the physical part of the test.
Yeah,
So
accurate.
yeah, so I'm gonna grow it out, and then come summer, I'm gonna shave everything except for just the stash. By then, it'll be real nice,
Damn.
nice and full.
Well, that's subjective, but okay.
You don't like a mustache?
No, I'm just fucking with Austin.
Do you like facial hair though?
On a man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope. Listen, obviously we know you don't like it on women because you roasted Uncle Sue when she had hers.
Listen, she was going through
Oh, no,
menopause.
nothing slides. Nothing slides by.
We
He's
talk so much shit. Oh yeah,
brutal.
we talk a lot of shit. If you ever, she said, if somebody were ever to hack in, like we'd say, like the NSA they probably can't even look in our Facebook Messenger because it's just too debaucherous.
Now,
Oh, God.
we're cruel to each other, but that's how we
Yeah.
show love.
Yeah. So if I'm fucking with you and I'm talking
Yeah.
shit to you, it's because I like you.
if
Okay,
you're
wait.
roasting,
How
that
are you
he
his
loves
aunt?
you.
Well, she's
I'm
not my
actually
aunt.
his
I just call her my aunt.
What's the relation?
His aunt, his actual aunt and I had been best friends from the age of 15.
Okay.
So we grew up together, and I just then became a family friend. His father was my best friend's brother. So
If you can follow all that,
they're all past now, and
they're all dead, and now
yeah,
we're
they're all
just.
dead. My family's all dead, so we're the only.
So you got this crazy
two
bro-
left. Yeah.
Well, I got the crazy from her, for sure.
Well, let's just face
I
it.
was raised by women in general.
We were crazy, and we were attracted. The women. I was friends with the women in your family, and
Right.
crazy attracts crazy.
And they made me gay, so.
I have a similar problem. They didn't make me gay, but I was raised by all crazy
But
women.
you dabbled.
I did dabble.
Yeah.
I did dabble.
See, Keepin' It Trill episode, whatever, with me on it last time.
Listen, it was
Oh,
a year.
now Austin's frog is
It
jumping.
was that one time.
It's back, baby.
No,
It's
Yeah.
back.
it was 1 year ago, almost exactly. I went to the Blown Off Ball in Tampa. It was like a Valentine's Day party. If you didn't have a Valentine's, all the single people went to this party. And my friend Marie actually found a boyfriend at this
Who
party.
I got to meet recently.
You just met Charles. Oh my god.
Wait, Charles?
Her boyfriend?
No, I met Marie when we went to
I
Armature.
thought, okay, I'm sorry. I thought you
I
meant
didn't mean
Marie's
to cut
boyfriend.
y'all. I'm
no,
just saying, I just want to say, hey, Marie,
has
I
this
love
British
you.
boyfriend that is so fucking
Oh,
funny.
he's British?
Yes, and he roasts the fuck out of everything all the time, and it's amazing.
Okay,
Like,
can I ask you, for real?
Yeah.
Are his teeth fucked up?
no, they're
No,
not.
he's got good teeth?
They're not. He has regular teeth, and I'm
They're
like,
everywhere.
yes.
So he took
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
took
he's
advantage
very
of that
good.
national
Yeah.
health care system that they got
Yeah.
to get them teeth fixed because their teeth are fucked
Yeah,
up.
no, he has amazing teeth.
Okay.
Yeah, especially
Go
for being
on,
British.
Marie.
They're like, he looks like American.
Yeah.
He has American teeth.
Does he eat the spotted dick?
I think that he does eat weird meat because Marie has a joke about that all they eat is like meat and bread and various, like,
Mince pie and mash.
Yeah, it's like no one ever says, I'm really craving some good English
British food, yeah.
Yeah, let's just see what's
fish and
good.
chips is the only thing that's like transcended, and that's just fried fish and
Yeah, but I don't
French
even feel
fries.
like they get to own that at this point because they're British.
they own everything else.
When I got here, I made him watch this new YouTube channel that I've been watching. This Scottish woman. It's called What's for Tea, and she shows you everything that she bought.
She goes to the grocery store
Yeah.
and then she recaps everything she bought, and we're only watching it because we like her accent.
Is she Scottish? Like she still lives in
Her
Scotland?
name is
Yeah, she's
Cheryl.
from Scotland.
But does she still live in Scotland?
Cheryl.
She's
Shadow.
broadcasting from Scotland.
Yeah.
Are
so
there
she-
groceries weird there?
Yeah,
why
that's what we
I'm
like, too.
fascinated
Oh,
with
Like
it.
sheep
Only-
stomachs and shit.
No.
No.
They just call stuff different things, and it's like their food there is really cheap. In case you guys, in case the Keeping It Trill audience wanted to know.
In case you're looking for a nice low cost place to live.
Right. Yeah.
Then she shows you what she made with all that food, and it's the most disgusting food you've ever seen. I mean, 3 nights a week, it's hamburgers. They call it mince. It's hamburger
With nothing
just
in it.
cooked, and maybe a little gravy she'll put in it, and that's your meat. Then on Wednesday she'll throw some peas and carrots in it.
Just church it up a bit.
Then Friday she'll throw a little puff pastry over it, but they will eat it.
So
That's
by
it.
the end of the week, it's turned into a shepherd's pie.
Yes, I
Like,
mean that's
every
pretty much
day
it.
is like
Eating-
another
yeah,
stage.
You're eating the components on a day-to-day basis. On Friday, she actually feels like cooking, and then she'll throw a little puff pastry and make a little, put a little effort into
Dude, I
it.
love
That's
that though. It's just
funny.
like, this is like Mondays. Like I'm too tired. Just eat the meat, guys. Tuesday.
Yeah.
Just the
but
veggies.
The fascinating thing is, she is proud of it.
Yeah, that's
And
the.
I think that's how they eat, the locals there.
Have you
They
guys ever
eat
been to Europe?
A lot
I haven't.
of bacon. It's not really bacon. It doesn't look like our bacon, but
Is it like Canadian bacon?
yeah?
Yeah, it looks like Canadian bacon.
Have you been to Europe?
No, mm-mm.
No.
I've been to the Bahamas and
I
South
went to
America.
the Bahamas and I despised it.
I
Yeah,
like
my
the
husband got
Bahamas.
pickpocketed in the
No,
Bahamas.
it's the poverty. Why? How can you be on vacation? What's a vacation? Going to someone's place where they live and watch them be in poverty. I hated it.
That's like
I
every tourist
felt
destination in the
so
world, I feel
Right.
like.
I know it. I felt
Yeah, but-
horrible.
You're supposed to feel better about yourself
No,
because
I
you're
felt
rich
like
and you're
I didn't
contributing
do-
to their
I
economy.
didn't do anything to deserve my life any more than they did something wrong to deserve that life. I couldn't enjoy myself. I didn't
Were you
like
in
it
Nassau?
there. I was on Paradise Island.
Okay, listen, we went to Paradise Island too, and we decided to go over to Nassau. And my fucking stupid ass husband, he was like, I think I'm.
Oh, I went to Nassau.
Yeah, he's like, I think I'm gonna do cocaine. So he bought cocaine on the street from somebody in front of like the one Burger King in Nassau.
Yeah.
And then we go to take a taxi back over the thing, and he's like, I don't have my wallet.
Oh no.
Yeah, his whole entire wallet got stolen. And this was at the time when I wasn't allowed to have money. So I didn't have any money.
That was the situation?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
Okay, yeah, listen, my ex-husband is crazy. But yeah,
Hell
I wasn't
no.
allowed to have any money. I didn't have my ID, nothing. So we had nothing. We had to hitchhike back across the bridge because it's a toll to keep the poor
Did he
people
have to
off.
show him how to light a good fire?
No, he
Was
didn't
that-
light
was
any
that the
fires.
toll?
No, he didn't light any fires on the Bahamas, thank God. But we, to keep the poor people on Nassau from getting to Paradise Island, which is
There's
where
a bridge,
Atlantis,
right, with, like, a toll.
Yeah, and it's $1 toll, and that $1 is prohibitive from the people who live there to afford to go over there. So we didn't have the money. But we were staying at an all-inclusive resort over there, and they had our credit card on file. So the only payment that we offered this guy and his girlfriend in a Honda Civic. We would give them all-inclusive day passes to our resort if they drove us back over the bridge because we couldn't
That's
get
fair.
back.
That's fair.
Yeah, and so it cost us $80 to get back to the hotel.
$80?
Because it was $40 a day for the day pass, and we bought them
Oh,
both them
wow.
because it was unlimited food, unlimited alcohol. So we paid for them to come back and party at our hotel to get us back, but they could have killed us.
Yeah.
We got in the back seat of a 2-door Honda Civic. They could have taken us anywhere, and they drove us back, thank God, and we paid for them. We partied with them all day. But
And you also included them in the party.
yeah, I mean, they had to stay and
Because
get their
when in
drinks.
the Bahamas, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
so we met a crazy couple from New York that was ready to break up, but they came there to save their relationship.
I love this
We
about
found
you.
all this out in the hot tub.
There's always a story. There's always a story with Amanda.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
always this, I could say anything. Oh yeah, my ex-husband and I, we had this situation. I'm like, what the fuck?
It was crazy. It was so fucking crazy. And then he didn't have his ID either. So luckily, the only way that we got home was that he had given his ID, his old license to his brother back here for a fake ID. So he sent a photocopy of the fake ID to our hotel, and he used that to get back on the plane.
Oh shit.
And that's how we came back to
Who
America.
is this man? I'm curious to
Listen,
know.
I have honestly thought about asking him if he would come on the podcast, but I don't want to sit with him for
I don't
that
know
long.
if you have enough time. It would have to be it would be like a mini series.
Yeah.
I
You
just-
have to get a ref in the middle too.
Well, I just recently spent the most time with him that I have since we got divorced like a month ago because our daughter got sick, so we were in the ER together.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, luckily she ended up being fine, but like while we were waiting for all
Didn't
the
she
tests
have
and
like
stuff.
farting problems when she came?
Yes. Okay.
That's nice.
That
Yeah.
Thanks,
that poor thing. That poor girl.
She had a virus in her, and it was affecting the lymph nodes in her stomach, so she had like really swollen lymph nodes in her abdomen. So they thought it was her appendix, but it wasn't. It was just a virus.
Thank
so she ended
God.
up being fine. But he came to meet us in the hospital. He has on his fucking dirty work boots, and she's in the bed with the blankets over her, and he puts his fucking work boots up on the table or on the bed, and is just like chilling. Like, this is him. Like,
But you know what? That was like the majority of my life. So he's like my kind of people. I could see myself. I might even know him,
the
just
worst
not even
part
knowing
about
that I
him
know
is
him.
that he was fun. Like, honestly, I had some of the most fun I've ever had in my life with him, but it's
But
because
it
he's
was
fucking
chaotic,
Oh,
though.
so chaotic.
Yeah, I mean, at some point it gets
So-
old, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, my friend Brittany still is mad because one time we had plans to go out and do something, and I was like 20 years old at the time, and we had bought a house that had like everything in the world wrong with it. We bought it from his friend's family. So we got it for a good deal, but everything was original from like 1978. It was disgusting. We pulled up
was there wood siding in the house, like
no,
the paneling?
it was a stucco house, but like we pulled up the carpet. It was the original carpet from 1978.
Oh, so there's definitely asbestos.
Yes, there was like 3 inches of dirt. There was not even a pad under it. It had disintegrated. It was
Yuck.
disgusting. Yeah, it was disgusting. So we were doing all this work to the house, and there was an oak tree in the backyard. So the roots had grown into the pipes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst. That's really expensive to fix.
Yeah, it's really expensive to fix. And like I said, I wasn't allowed to have money. So of course, we're not paying for a plumber, bitch.
First of all, the fact that you even tell me that angers me to a level,
Yeah.
because nobody is going to tell me I can't have access to
Yeah.
my own fucking money. I'm
no,
sorry.
it gets crazy, but
I wish a bitch would.
oh, he
I
did.
really do.
He fucking did. So of course we're not going to pay a plumber who has. We don't
Yeah,
have
let's
that.
just
Yeah.
dig that shit up ourselves and fuck it up some more, right?
So they have like professional snakes at Home Depot and Lowe's, the electric snake. It's like a drill with this
But it doesn't work for
a
roots.
metal thing like this
Yeah.
thick on it, and you put it down the pipe and you hit the thing and it's supposed to like spin the pipe clear.
Yeah, for toilet paper.
Okay, so we bought one of those. I had to man it. So I'm fucking I'm snaking this damn pipe with like a newborn baby in the background. I'm like, "Arr." So
Call
I
727-222 pink. You guys know that commercial, right?
No.
The plumbing. Okay, I watch way too much TV.
I don't have
The
cable,
pink plumber.
remember?
Oh yeah.
So I don't get good
I'm
local
old.
commercials. But so his favorite trick was to buy things, use them, and return them.
Well, I mean,
That was his favorite trick, but it was with things that you really shouldn't be returning, like a snake.
can you imagine the person that got?
It didn't work, did it?
No, actually it did work, but the snake was $89 and he was like, fuck no, we gotta get this money back.
So you got a root out with a snake?
So, yeah. So I had
He was
I'm
determined.
keep
Yeah.
that in mind.
I had a 70-foot snake, which is the metal pipe. It's like a 1-inch diameter metal thing spread out across the whole driveway into the garage, and I'm cleaning it with WD-40 so that we can get a return on it.
Oh my god.
So basically, you're using Home Depot as a rent-a-center base.
Yeah, and my
in a
friend
nutshell.
pulls up while I'm in the middle of this, and she's like, what the fuck?
Tyler just looks, or why did I say Tyler? Austin looks repulsed.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. So I'm having to explain to my friend that my husband has me doing like slave labor, which he was a white man, so it was even more upsetting a little bit. Like,
What kind of driveway do you guys have that is 70 feet?
well, it was going out into the street and into the garage. It was a nice 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. It was a nice home, but
But everything was wrong with it.
But you
Yeah.
couldn't have any money.
no.
Yeah.
So we don't want to hear
Yeah.
anything.
I could have a whole
That's
podcast just on that topic.
He had to go there.
Yeah, so he did go. But yeah, I got caught
Do
cleaning.
you
a snake.
allow Mary to have money?
Is she allowed to have some?
Yeah, no, but what's funny is her ex-husband did the same thing to her. She could never have money.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is up
I
with
don't
that?
know, dude.
We were only allowed to have a joint bank account,
Yeah.
and when I left him,
Did
I
you
had
have
a secret
access
bank
to
account.
it?
Wait a minute, did you earn money?
Yeah,
Oh no! Hell to
Yeah.
the nizzo.
yeah, I had a job.
I mean, I guess we all go through things, and I can understand, like, maybe at the time you weren't, like, trying to look into it, but at the same time,
You also had a baby?
oh, they
Well,
had kids.
My boss, actually, my old boss, she was the craziest, like, penny pinching bitch I've ever met in my life. And one time she told me, she was like, you need to have your own bank account that he knows nothing about. Any woman
You always
needs
have to hide
Yeah,
money.
I didn't know that. Listen, I was so stupid. I didn't know anything. I didn't know any
You
tricks.
got your own bank account.
Yeah.
You tell that bitch, I got my own bank account.
No, I didn't know.
Oh, no.
I didn't know.
No, you come to me as an equal or you just step off.
No, he didn't believe in that.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, I wouldn't have believed in it.
No, he doesn't think that women and men are like the same at all. It's like,
Well, that's apparent.
obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah, you were young and you had the baby and all that.
Yeah,
I understand.
I feel like
He's
you
from
would know
Kentucky,
better,
right?
though,
no,
now,
he's from
right?
here.
Yeah, she should be the one
Yeah, I
mansplaining
know.
to him,
Yeah.
right?
Hell yeah, jeez.
No, it was wild.
I feel like we've omitted
But you know better now.
Austin
that's
from
all.
this.
I mean, I don't have to come in and mother you now. You know better. You would never let that happen to you again, right?
Oh no, that's why I haven't been dating for like 10
Okay.
years because I was like, there's a lot to unpack here.
'Cause I
Like,
will mother you. You don't want me mothering you.
Oh, but she will stick up for you. She will fight a bitch. I mean, she will cut a bitch.
how long have you been with Mary?
Uh-oh.
No, not that long. Only like 6 or 7 months, probably.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna say
You
years.
have money?
Shit. I probably shouldn't be, but yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. Just need to cut your ass off.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, I don't know.
Stuff happens when you learn.
I mean, when you're young, you make stupid mistakes.
But women, when you have children,
That's a
women,
whole
there's
nother
a
ball
lot
of wax.
women will put up with to protect children.
You're not the first person I know that that's
Exactly.
happened to.
Well,
I
there's
know
a-
several people
Yeah.
whose husbands are like that, and I hate that because it's like, you're going to work, you are equally contributing to this relationship, you gave birth to them fucking kids. You
Yeah.
have every
Well,
right.
not even like one person like controlling the money, like that aspect of it, but just like people who. I know so many women who stick in a relationship just because they can't afford to be on
Right.
there. Like, that's just as bad, I feel like.
Yeah, it's not fair.
No,
it's a
it's-
shitty circumstance.
yeah.
But anyways,
It gets
that's not
wild.
really funny.
No, it's not.
This
but
is a
that's,
comedy podcast, and we're wait.
First of all, this is
we
not-
like to touch on the serious issues
Yeah.
of keeping it trill.
Actually,
We're
this is-
solving problems
This
here.
is not a comedy podcast. It's called the podcast of comedian. Amanda
Okay,
Wilson. so it's whatever we want to talk about.
we are.
Yeah,
I mean,
This
we
is as
kind of
fucking
are
trill
keeping it
as
trill.
can get. But wait, I did actually right before you guys came over.
Means?
Okay, so it's from like old school, well not old school, but like early 2000s rap. They used to say that.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of people would say like,
But I mean, what it means.
far as-
When you say it, are you keeping it real? Is it?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's
Well-
like a slang term.
Okay,
Yeah.
But it's
and I use it because I was trying to think of a name for this podcast, and the only other, I used to have a podcast called Mixed Feelings, and that was like my favorite name ever, but I already had that show with my cousin. So this podcast, I just wanted people to come on and keep it real.
okay.
And
that's all I need.
keeping it real, when keeping it real goes wrong used to be my favorite sketch on the Dave
Yeah,
Chappelle
Dave
show. That was
Yeah.
like my favorite
Yeah.
one all the time, like at the club and stuff. And the guys,
Well, I just needed the definition of trill because I'd never heard it before.
yeah. So that was the only one that like kind of made sense to me. But I saw a really crazy.
There's that rap group named Trill, too. Do you remember them? Treal?
No,
No, but I'm all about city girls.
listen.
Real ass bitch, give a fuck.
Do you like City Girls, Austin?
I can't imagine Austin pimping out city girls in his car.
Nah.
Act up.
Nah.
What kind of music do you listen
Yeah,
to?
what do you listen to?
Let's
Wait,
do-
can we guess before?
Oh.
We
Okay,
say?
go
Will you go
yes.
first, Amanda?
Lumineers.
Chain smokers for sure.
Okay.
I feel like he might listen to like new rock alternative.
No, I could see because he hangs out with JoJo, so he's into the. I feel
The
like
rap music?
you're younger because he is
Oh,
younger.
that's right. That's right.
You're
What did you say?
he's only 25.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he, I don't know.
You like Post
What do you
Malone?
like? No, like who's The Weeknd?
No, it's really a mix for me. A lot of my family plays instruments and stuff. Right now, if I had to pick something right now, I've been listening to Circles, Mac Miller's newest album.
Okay.
Postmortem album.
Did it come out after he died?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it came out after he died. But yeah, that. I'm into like honestly, I have a very like broad, like I would say like an inch deep and mile wide as far as music goes, like a little bit of everything, and not like super deep in one
That's
area.
probably best.
I mean, that's
An
kind of.
inch deep and a mile wide. I like that actually.
Are you describing your sex life?
Yeah, inch deep, mile wide.
Yeah.
I heard a really stupid story on the news right
Okay,
before you guys
what?
came over, and I just wanted to share this with you because this couple wired $800,000 for their house down payment to an escrow agent that turned out to be a scammer.
Nice.
First of all,
I'm sorry, you
Good for that
fucking.
guy.
You
Good for that
deserve
guy.
it.
first of all, bitch, if you're buying
800,000.
a house that you have to put an $800,000 down payment on, and you're that stupid, that's what you get.
But isn't an escrow account a neither party really has access to it. It's just like a holding account.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a holding account, but the account that they sent it to
But it was a
a scam. So
right.
those people like withdrew the funds, but
I can't imagine.
I wish I was smart enough to trick people to do that shit.
who the fuck has $800,000 to lose? Like what?
Apparently these fucking idiots. Was this in Florida?
No, it was in California.
Oh.
The
that
people
makes
we
sense.
saw buying that jewelry.
Oh my god, we were okay. One of my favorite things to do is to watch. It's so stupid. We will put on the Gem channel, like the Home Shopping Network, but it's just jewelry, and they're hawking all this nonsensical shit, and they'll have like some disgusting obscure jewelry, and it'd be like $50,000 for a pair of earrings, or like Chinese.
They're actually selling stuff on TV.
Chinese
bracelet.
antiquity earrings that have like
Wait, have
English
you ever bought
writing.
anything from an infomercial? Or
Never,
Home Shopping?
never in my life.
I've gotten
Oh,
presents. from them.
Proactive. I did buy Proactive.
I've gotten presents from them. My Meemaw buys stuff from
But
infomercials
they'll
all the
sell a
time.
bracelet for $12,000.
And we're sitting there thinking, like, they had this, like, this woman was trying to hawk this thing. It looked like the heart of the ocean. It was a sapphire. Literally $40,000. I'm thinking, the people in which this is for the price point are not watching this shit.
Yeah.
Like, the people that can actually afford
can't be, because
$40,000
you
are
will
not
not
watching the Gem channel.
Buy something for that money.
But the fact that there are people that will pay that money, obviously people are buying it because they're selling it. They wouldn't be on TV. So it's not shocking that someone had $800,000 just hanging
To
around
get scammed
to
on.
get scammed. Side note, my mom ran a scam. My real birth mother, who I don't talk to or anything, but she was scamming old people in the 90s, like with telemarketing, her and her husband, and they made like millions of dollars. So
Nice.
people, nice.
So your mom's the original city girl.
Hustler.
She's a real ass bitch.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of fucked up. But people, there's a sucker everywhere.
There's a sucker out there. Well, you might know this because you're a young person. Rappers are wearing fake jewelry now because they're being robbed so much.
Yeah, like
Why would you even?
especially at their concerts, they'll do stage
Yeah.
dives and people yank their chains off and shit.
Why
Yeah.
would they even
Yanking
like,
chains?
I don't get
Yeah.
the whole thing with like being iced out. Like, okay, great, you spent all this money on a necklace, and then someone like rips your ring finger off to steal the $1 million diamond on your
So
hand.
isn't a grill, wouldn't that be the safest place to put your jewelry? Because they got to do a lot of work to get those out.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I really wanted your grill, I could probably just get a crowbar and just smack you right in the jaw.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'd have to kidnap somebody most likely though.
Okay, if you
Otherwise-
were a rapper, what piece would you get?
Ooh, if I was a rapper,
First of all, what would your rap name be?
Oh my god.
probably like A Sizzle.
A sizzle.
A Sizzle.
Is that because you got a lot of venereal disease?
Is Sizzler still a
it
restaurant?
burns,
You could
it
get a
burns.
sponsorship.
No, that's
Ooh.
Sizzler, but I feel like you're very on brand for Sizzler. we can bring them back, Austin.
Bring Sizzler back. make Sizzler great.
Were you even alive? when-
2020.
Yeah, make Sizzler great again. Their chicken wings were really good.
Listen, Austin is there for the ranch. He's bringing the ranch.
Yeah,
That's
bring the
what it
ranch.
is.
I'll bring
Yeah,
the
call that.
ranch. We'll be there, baby. We'll be good.
Bring the poi too.
Yeah, the turtle poi.
Entertainment
I'll have
in
to do
the
instead of
Sizzler.
turtle poi, I'll do like steaks with like steam on the poi.
I could get behind that.
I would do Molly just to see that.
I would do Molly just to hang here and just keep talking shit.
If we were doing Molly, we wouldn't be talking shit. We'd be like, "Oh, Sizzler was so good."
Yeah, we'd be
chicken wings-
We would be knee deep in like back massages.
Oh, it
and
just makes
like,
you love everything?
You haven't done Molly?
No, I don't do drugs. I'm scared.
First of all, you're a liar.
Oh, well, yes, I am a liar, but I don't do that many drugs.
She doesn't do hard drugs. I don't know if Molly's really a hard drug. Is it? Is Molly a hard drug?
I would consider it.
I would consider it a hard drug.
Okay, well, I guess I've been too. I've jumped into the deep end a little too many times.
Just like, if it doesn't involve a needle, it's not hard.
Listen, I ain't fucking around with no heroin,
Yeah,
but
hair on, yeah.
heroin.
I love drug documentaries, and they always call it that.
Well, who's they?
The blacks.
Okay.
They call it hair on, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you said it.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't say. Well, you are allowed to say.
I want
it.
to make everybody comfortable here.
I mean, we've already offended every Spanish person on the globe. Let's just go through the whole list.
Listen,
and-
I'm not going with Latinx. We're calling them SKS.
Don't take it out on Amanda. Come find me.
No, I'm taking
And
out
I'll
on
tell you
Amanda
that I don't
because
give a
Come
shit
for
what
me.
you say.
Amanda is facilitating this house of hatred here.
Listen, don't come for Sue unless she calls for you.
Oh,
okay?
Sue's
Like-
waiting ready.
I won't come, but I'll just tell you, I don't give a shit.
Life ain't easy for a boy named Sue.
Especially with this mom.
Yeah, she's got a bigger dick than you, man.
That's not saying much.
Okay, I don't think it's going to get much better than that. I think we should wrap it up on that.
Oh, I feel like it could, but we would need a lot more Whispering Angel.
Yeah, I know. We need at least 2 bottles of Whispering Angel to get a real party
Well, next
started.
time I come, I'm bringing 3, and we're gonna get crazy.
One apiece.
Listen, and I'm going to get my...
Straight from the bottle.
I just got to get it on Amazon and get one more cord, and we're fucking cooking the fire. Okay?
Yeah, because, this whole third mic situation wasn't
I know. I
happening.
had my third microphone, and I don't know why. It's all the same brand, but they sent me the different cord, and it's just not working.
Whose manager do I need to speak with?
Amazon.
Yeah.
Well,
But they're all working under
Get me
horrible
Jeff
conditions as it
Bezos.
is. So,
Jeff, Jeff.
yeah.
You suck? Oh, I'll wait till this is done.
Jeff, you suck. Okay, do you guys want to give out social media?
Austin Tyler Comedy.
Follow it.
Hugh_Carey22 on Insta, and then I'm literally like the only Hugh Carey on Facebook.
I just changed my Instagram name, but I forgot what it was. What?
There's a Hugh Carney
Oh.
going around.
Well, there's a few things I'd like to address, especially in
Well, no.
relation to you know who, but I'm not
No,
going to
but
go
I mean,
there.
is there that?
Supposedly that I just found out. Do you know Sean Harper? Sean Harper told me that there's somebody going to open mics using the name Hugh Carney.
But is that his real name?
I don't know. Listen,
I've seen him tagged and stuff before, and I always think it's you, and then I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
I like how
And
it's already a conspiracy going as. Like, that's not his real name.
apparently he's also really tall and skinny. So I don't know. I have the jury's out. That's all I've been told. I don't know if he's good. Use it, bitch. But if you're bombing, I don't know. I would have to change.
Is that his legal
I may
name?
have
First
to
of
change
all,
my
It may
name.
just be his
No,
real
fuck no.
name.
You were here first. He's changing it.
Yeah, but I
But
could
what
be.
else would you go by?
I could be real pretentious.
Francois.
Fuck you, bitch. You are not. First of all, that wasn't even supposed to be public knowledge, but I divulged
Facebook.
it. Yeah, but anyway, I could. You know what? I could swing Francois,
Yeah.
but it's just that would give away too much of my material before I even got on stage.
Francois.
Yeah, you know. Anyways,
No.
we're way over her thing.
No, it's okay. Well, that just means you have to come back and tell us if you
We
fight
got-
the other Carney to the death.
Yeah.
Hugh Carney.
the
Wait,
Carney.
The other Carney, she knows about your past at the carnival.
Oh, shit.
You were
Yeah.
at a carnival?
No. My life has just been a literal fucking freak show, so therefore the reference.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, isn't
I wouldn't
that
either.
yeah,
I wouldn't either. I can see him.
Yeah, you just stay in the carnival.
Run the Ferris wheel. I can see it.
Listen, me and Amanda are in the same levels. The only difference is that she was married to a man. Oh no, we were both married to men.
Yeah.
And we both have crazy
I've been
stories.
married to a few men. Well, 2 men.
Well-
And then, wait, I've got a little tidbit.
You really want to go there?
Wait.
Oh,
well, I
no.
married my second husband, and we let my first husband live. We lived together, and no, not kinky.
Oh, I was just going to say, were you guys like the first poly?
It was I had to move back to where my parents to take care of them, and my ex-husband lived there.
Did anything ever get a little...
No,
No.
and not even when we were married, which is why I had to divorce him.
Oh.
No, it was because we stayed friends. It was a million years after the divorce. We stayed friends till the end. He remarried, and he just died last year. But
Rest in peace.
Maybe one day we can spill all the tea.
oh, I'm not doing that here.
Mm.
I'll do it off.
I'm waiting for so many of my
I
family
will do
members to
it
die to say
off
so many
this,
things.
I'll
I've
tell
got
you.
lots of things I can't wait, but you know.
Yeah. No, whenever my mom passes away, I'm saying so
I
much
feel like
shit.
me and Cindy are soulmates on another plane.
Do you have a normal family?
Not really.
He does comedy.
Yeah, I think it's a
I
given,
thought-
right?
I called a person dad for the first 13 years of my life that wasn't my actual dad, and then found out he wasn't my dad.
Oh.
Because he told me.
Well, that's
That-
a little shocking.
So yeah, that was shocking. We can get into that sometime.
Listen, I'm ready.
So
I think we need to start a separate podcast just for the overall trauma in which all of us in this room have
Trauma
experienced.
Tuesdays, they're just 2-minute videos
Yes,
of us
Trauma
like...
Tuesdays.
Trauma Tuesdays.
When I saw Matt, was it Matt Carter doing stand-up? My favorite line, he just that I'll never forget him for it. He stood up, he goes, okay, people, let's bond over some trauma.
Yeah.
Especially that night, specifically, we're at the green light,
That
and
was
we all
new
bombed.
trauma.
We all bombed. It was a shithole of a situation, and we definitely did some bond. It was
Yeah.
me and Sue coined it the Chernobyl situation.
No,
No,
I said I was drafting up papers for the Geneva Convention because I was tortured all night long.
yeah, yeah.
I love Matt
All right,
Carter.
we're
to
over.
ask a comic was the, did you have a normal upbringing? It's like asking a drunk, are you Irish?
Every once in a while, every once in a
Almost always
while,
are.
there's like a unicorn where they're like, yeah, nothing happened to me. You're like,
There are people. There are.
Yeah, there are people that say that.
yeah, they're lying or they're not funny. But anyway, thanks you guys so much for coming, and I'll see you next week. I'm Amanda Wilson. You can follow me on Instagram, but I forgot my name because I just changed it.
It's
find
Amanda.
it. Yeah, but I think that I just changed it to something like underscore something. But anyway, I mean, you're probably following me
It's
if you heard this podcast.
AMANDUH_Wilson.
Okay, so my social media manager Hugh just
I'm
gave out my
Jamie,
info.
looking up the shit here.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Jamie.
okay.
Yeah.
The one-handed doodler.
Yeah.
Get on it, Jamie. Well, I'll see you guys next week, and we kept it pretty fucking trill. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh my god.
Was that good for you?
That was a good one.
That was so much shit.
Turn it off and I'll tell you.